Ladies and gentlemen, we all know that we have never seen me and Spider-Man in the same room. That's pretty obvious. Because of that factor, ladies and gentlemen, today I thought I would figure out which Spider-Man I am. Yo! Wow, I forgot what I was going to say. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another video. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're having a great night. Whatever time you're watching the video. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. Today, we're going to figure out which Spider-Man am I. And how are we going to figure that out? I have looked up quizzes online. I've not done this one yet. That was the first one I clicked on. I was just making sure it just wasn't some bullshit. I've looked up, we've got some quizzes online that apparently tell you what Spider-Man you are most like. So I guess today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to figure out which one I'm like due to my answers that I have to give. Before we get into that, fuck! Before we get into that, Before we get into that, though, today, ladies and gentlemen, if you aren't already, if you are new around here, smack the subscribe button, turn on notification bell, leave a like on the video, and drop a comment down below of what Spider-Man you think I am, you are, well, you're not, or what Spider-Man you think you would be if you did the quiz, whatever, I'll go fuck myself. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do a couple of these quizzes, see which one gives me the answers I want. Now, I don't know, we're gonna click on this one first by BuzzFeed. Now, I don't know how many of the Spider-Mans are included in this quiz. I'm hoping I can find a quiz that will glaze me and give me Insomniac Spider-Man. Due to this image on the right, I presume this BuzzFeed one will give me one of the three, Andrew, Tom, or Toby. So you know what? That's fine. We'll figure out which one I'm more like out of Andrew, Tom, and Toby for this first quiz. Ladies and gentlemen, the first question, which of these would you be... I'm gonna shit in my own mouth. Which of these would you like... I swear I'm not doing this. Which of these would you be most likely to risk your life for? Love, redemption, justice, family. Process of elimination. I don't know. Would I risk my life for justice? That's more Batman. Redemption. I can be selfish sometimes. I think it's between family and redemption. I'm not gonna cap. I'll go family. I'll go family. Choose a Spider-Man villain. Now, is this my favorite villain? Or is this a villain that I have to fight? Green Goblin is probably, out of this list, my favorite. Green Goblin or Doc Ock. But, am I choosing one to fight, or am I choosing one that I like the most? I do not want to get folded by Green Goblin. Shit, if I have to pick one to fight, I might pick Vulture if I gotta fight him. Fight his bitch ass? The dude was a pussy. He basically in that movie defeated himself. You know what I mean? The lizard guy, I just don't want to deal with none of his bullshit. I don't care that you want to turn the city into lizards. You're an asshole for that. That's fucking weird. But this motherfucker's scared. But this man doesn't give a fuck. He blew up Aunt May's house, or wherever the fuck she was staying, and scarred her, put her in hospital. Those eyes, those horrible eyes. What the fuck? And as well as that, Tom Holland was swinging as hard as he fucking could at man. Bare face, Tom Holland's knuckles straight on dude's face, and he started laughing. He was getting bricked up the worse and angrier Tom was getting. That is devious. That is devious work. So I'm not fighting this man. I'll go Doc Ock. I'll go Doc Ock. Yeah, the last thing I need is Green Goblin blowing my back out whilst he's telling me I'm strong enough to have it all but too weak to take it. Nah, bruh. I'll take that veiny idea just fine, bruh. Which of these words best describes you? Okay, let's go process of elimination. I'm going to cross off intelligent. For the two top ones are either creative or loyal. I'll go creative. I'll go creative. Choose an inspiring quote from Spider-Man film. Right, which one of these is my favorite? Never apologize for being the smartest guy in the room or smartest person in the room. That is not going to be the one I choose. That one doesn't really resonate with me because I've never been in that situation. So I'll go fuck myself. We all have secrets, the ones we keep and the ones that are kept from us. It's aight. It's a good one. My wish for you is to become hope. People need that, and even if we fail, what better way is there to live? Okay, that's kind of wholesome. I fuck with that. With great crowd, yeah, you know, it's gonna be this one. Great power comes great responsibility. The greatest of all time. Choose one of Peter's love interests, right? Who have we got? Fuck off! Why was this bitch added? I am not choosing Mary Jane Watson. Go fuck yourself. Liz Toombs. I'm not gonna lie, I felt bad for her. She's fucking annoyed me. This Mary Jane isn't my thing. That is not what I would want. I'll go Gwen Stacy. Choose a non-Peter Parker version of Spider-Man. There is one correct, two correct answers. It's gotta be Miles Morales. Miles is so tough, bro. What's one of your biggest weaknesses? My parents don't love me. I can't talk to women. I stumble when I talk to women. I go red when I talk to women. I can't form a sentence in front of a woman. I'm scared of women. Women don't want to talk to me. But we should probably pick one on here. Is tiny penis on here? I'm insecure. I'm prone to overreacting. I often find myself living in the past. I struggle to take things seriously. I'm a little dishonest. I can be clumsy and careless. Right, I'm not clumsy and careless. I keep it 99 because I do be lying sometimes. I struggle to take things seriously. No. In the moment, if it's serious, I can lock in. I often find myself living in the past. Yeah, to be honest, I could maybe overreact. I think living in the past is probably a big one. If you were Spider-Man, what would your most useful trait be? Bravery, persistence, strategy. I'm gonna go my persistence. I think my persistence is pretty good. Choose a random color. Blue, because it's on my suit. Choose a Marvel hero for Spider-Man to team up with. Right, let's just do... There are... Out of these 6, we got 2 only correct answers. If you choose Ant-Man, go suck a fat cock. If you choose Captain Marvel, shut your bitch ass up. If you choose Bucky, I fuck with Bucky heavy. Not for Spider-Man to team up with. And Scarlet Witch, like, Shawty's tough, but no. It is either obviously Deadpool or Daredevil. Now, what would I prefer? My heart is going towards Daredevil, but my head is telling me Deadpool. Who do I want to team up with? It's hard. I think me personally, with the way that I would want to be joking around, I'd have to go Deadpool, but it is taking me, that's taken a lot to not choose, like, Daredevil. Daredevil is like, I really want to choose Daredevil, because that team up is so fire, but I feel like the humor would get me through a lot, so I'll go Deadpool. Finally, last question, then we see which one I am. If you could have one of Spider-Man's abilities, what would it be? Strength, web shooters, speed, spidey sense? Oh, kill me. Right. Strength would be tough. I would love strength. Web shooters would be nice. Again, but it depends, because the web shooters, would I even be, if the web shooters are the only things that I have, would I even be able to use them properly? Because if I go to swing from a building and I'm not strong enough to take the speed, as I hit the building and as the web straightens and I go to swing, my arm is getting ripped clean off due to the force and the velocity. So if my body can't handle it, the only good thing for the web shooters is webbing things or pulling them towards me. So I'm gonna take out the web shooters. Increase speed and durability, that would be, I'm gonna go Spidey sense, yeah. I'm going Tobey, let's go! Ladies and gentlemen, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, even in the toughest situation, hold on. I got my goat! Oh my god, I got my goat. This is such glaze. Ladies and gentlemen, even in the toughest of situations, you're sure to remain calm and optimistic. You never let your mistakes define you. Well, I did say I might live in the past too much. I don't know where the fuck that's come from. You never let your mistakes define you, even when you do mess up, and you'll give it your all to correct your mistakes and make things right. That's right, because I said I was persistent. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Out of the 3 live-action Spider-Man, I am Tobey Maguire, apparently, according to this quiz. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we got another BuzzFeed quiz. These 7 questions will determine if you're most likely. So again, it's still only against the live-action ones. Tom, Tobey, or Andrew Spider-Man. Right, let's see if we can go 2 for 2 for Tobey, or if these next questions I end up switching it up. But I'm going to stay true to myself. First things first, ladies and gentlemen, how far would you go to save a stranger? Not far, okay. I'm not sure you should be Spider-Man. At a few feet, I would probably go a bit further. You know, I feel I could be very sympathetic. You know, I would like to think, shit, even though I don't know this stranger, to someone else, that's an important person. That could be someone's mom, someone's dad. As far as I'm allowed, I would weigh my... being the natural person I am, I do think I would weigh some options. Only if no one else gets hurt and to the ends of the earth, right? I'm gonna go only if no one else gets hurt. I'm not trying to put anybody else in danger. Pick a Spider-Man villain. Again, same dilemma. Am I J. Jonah Jameson? Is bro a villain? He's a dick, but is he a villain? I don't know. See, now this is a little different. We got Electro thrown into the mix. Now, but am I fighting these people? Process of elimination. Get rid of Lizard's freaky. I'm not doing him. J. Jonah Jameson, he's funny, but fuck him. I'm getting rid of these two. Am I fighting this motherfucker? Because again, I'm not throwing hands with Goblin. I'm not. I would rather take on 4 tentacles of pure metal that could beat the shit out of me than this devious goblin. No, I'm not getting my ass folded by a pensioner. I'm not. Fuck that. I'll go Otto Octavius again. I love Doc Ock. I'll go Doc Ock again. Pick an alternative Spider-Man. Right. Again, only 2 correct answers here. Miles Morales or Symbiote Spider-Man. It's obviously going to be Symbiote Spider-Man. If anyone ever chose this over any of these, Night Monkey is... If you've watched the most recent tier list, you'll know my feelings. Actually, you won't know fully because I didn't say shit. But fuck Night Monkey. I hate this suit. I fucking hate this suit. That is, let me just give you a rundown. First, second, third, 4 and 5 can swap, and then that's easily last. What sparks your origin story? I don't know, fumbling a 10 out of 10? Falling for a bop? I'm kidding. Canon event we all gotta go through. The death of a loved one, witnessing a crime, attempting to fix a mistake, a traumatic childhood, being an outcast, getting bit by an animal. Does that count as me getting bit by the spider? I'm not gonna choose the death of a loved one just because I don't want that to happen. Witnessing a crime, kind of boring. Attempting to fix a mistake, maybe. A traumatic childhood memory might leave me with some problems, but might help me face some shit. Being an outcast, nah. Getting bit by an animal. Well, if it's the spider, I like that. I like to be bit by the spider and then have that transformation. If this were you, what do you mean if? That is me! If this were you, what song will get you moving like this? Curtain, yeah. Left Hand Free by, I don't know that song, so no. Sunflower by Post Malone. Sunflower by Post Malone is a great song, but it would not have me like this. Staying Alive is close. Umbrella. I fuck with Rihanna, but not Umbrella. This is hard. The Underdog, but I'm in the pursuit of happiness. Staying alive. I'm gonna go Pursuit of Happiness. Yeah, I'm gonna go Pursuit of Happiness. Which Spidey power would you not want to live without? Wait, which Spidey power would you not want to live without? Does this mean I live without it? Or does this mean I have it? I don't want to live without it, so I need it. Yeah, okay. Spidey, wall climbing, though. It's either Spidey sense or wall climbing. You know, I have these I'm going off topic here. I have these heartbreaking dreams. Probably like once every 2 weeks. I'm not making this shit up. So, say my dream is like an arc, right? The start of my dream, I don't know why I have this persistent of a dream. It's actually quite sad. Let me know if anybody else has these dreams. At the start of my dream, I start developing the ability to stick to walls. Like, I start developing Spider-Man's powers. I'm not making this shit up. And the more that the dream hits its peak, the stronger my powers go. So, as the dream goes on, as I hit midpoint in the dream, I can jump up and I can stick to everything however I please. So if I jumped up now, I'd be sticking right now. And then as my dream is coming to the end, I start jumping up on the walls and I'm more sliding and you know, like Spider-Man when he's losing his powers, I start to lose my powers near the end of the dream. And I think that is my subconscious bringing me back down to reality so that the heartbreak when I wake up and realize, oh, I'm still this piece of shit instead of this cool pure person in my dream. It doesn't hit as hard, if that makes sense. So because I dream about it so much, I think I have to go wall climbing. But that genuinely, like, I've had dreams where I've been like a billionaire and I've woken up and I'm not a billionaire. That shit kind of hurts. But I will never feel as much pain as I do when I have that dream of my powers get strong and then I peak in the dream and I can go wherever I want on the walls. And then my dream brings me back down to reality because I start jumping and I just slide. And I just lose it all. It's really sad. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, pick a Spidey meme. Ooh, a meme of myself? Okay, I'm not doing any, no MJ shit. Get this skank off my screen! Sexy Green Goblin, I'm not gonna lie, I've not really seen this meme a lot, so no. Pondering Spider-Man, well, yes, kitten, I do ponder. Shut the fuck up, Noah. Sad Peter, I can't fuck with that, that's sad. Pointing, it's either pointing, I gotta ponder, dude, I gotta ponder. I got Tom Holland this time, wait, hold on. We didn't go 2 for 2 for Toby. Our first attempt was Tobey Maguire, and then our second attempt was Tom Holland. So it looks like I'm more like Toby and Tom and not like Andrew at all. Wow. You got Tom Holland Spider-Man. You're cheeky, charming, and just a little mischievous. Shit, I can be devious. I don't know. At times, you can be a tad bit naive. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? But that's only because you try to see the best in everyone and assume everyone as pure-hearted as you are. Damn. That's kind of wholesome. Maybe if I liked myself, I would actually, like, be happy with that. But I hate myself. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. I have done 2 BuzzFeed quizzes, and apparently these Spider-Man are the ones that are most like me. If you guys want to go do these quizzes and tell me down in the comments below what Spider-Man you guys got. Also, you can tell me how you answered the villain question. Did you answer the villain question in terms of the villain you liked the most? Or are you answering it like you want to throw hands with that motherfucker? Because if you're answering it like that and you chose Green Goblin, I hope you started digging in your grave before you started the quiz. I'm not gonna lie. But I don't just want to know that the results off BuzzFeed. Out of the answers you guys saw me give, do you think that the Tom and the Toby were accurate? Do you think that BuzzFeed have done good quizzes? Or do you guys think, whenever I was answering the questions, that my answers related to some different Spider-Man? Well, you guys gotta let me know down in the comments below. However, ladies and gentlemen, that's not important. What is important is that the video made you laugh, it made you smile, it distracted you from whatever you may be going through in your life. A lot of Spider-Man content going up recently. We've got mask videos. I just did a Spider-Man live action suit tier list, and now I've got this one. So, if you are new here, ladies and gentlemen, because of the Spider-Man content, do me a favor. Smack the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, leave a like on the video, and drop a comment down below of what you thought. More Spider-Man videos to come. I'm going to come. Yeah. Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you want me to, you know, I might just do it anyway. I might just do another video. I'm going to try and find a quiz that expands the Spider-Man options. So instead of just giving me a Tom, Toby, or an Andrew, it could give me any Spider-Man of any type. So if you want to see another quiz video where I determine what Spider-Man I am, stay tuned. However, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to waste time. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. Make sure to check out all the other Spider-Man content that is already on the channel. I've unboxed 3 Spider-Man masks. Obviously, you've seen 2 here because they're the ones I like. If you haven't seen any of the unboxing videos, go check them out. I will see you guys in the next video, whether it be a Spider-Man video or whatever the fuck I post next. I love you. Thank you so much for watching. Peace! Fuck you, MJ.